Hi, I'm Star, and I'm here to do the devotional for this weekend. And I was thinking about, the victory and all that kind of thing, and Easter, and we read the passage that God ripped the veil in the temple. And the writers of the first 5 books of the Bible don't really say a whole lot about this because everybody knew what this veil looked like. And I'm going, that's interesting. And so I started doing some research on it. And Solomon's temple was approximately 30 cubits high. But Herod, this was the temple at the time of Jesus' death, had increased it to 40 cubits. Now, according to the book of Exodus, it says, make a veil of blue, purple, and scarlet threads and finely spun linen, and cherubim skillfully worked into it. Now, anybody that does weaving knows that when you twist thread, it becomes incredibly strong. Woven into the veil were 3 cherubims. Cherubims were significantly the angels that were guarding God's holiness and God's power. They are the angels that were placed in the Garden of Eden when Adam and Eve left to guard the Garden of Eden. According to the Talmud and the writings of Josephus, this veil was about 60 feet long, and it was about 30 feet high. And according to the Talmud, it was the thickness of a man's hand. Now, if you look at a man's hand, it's about 4 inches thick. Okay, so that's how big this veil was. It also, according to Josephus, took about 300 priests to not only hang it, but to keep care of it. Josephus also wrote that horses tied to this veil could not pull it apart. It was that strong. So you stop and think about that for a minute. That is mind-blowing that God ripped that veil in two. With his hand, he ripped that veil in two, allowing both Jews and Gentiles to come into his presence. It was a magnificent sign that the old covenant is now passed away. It's done. God no longer is going to reside in the Holy of Holies, where we can't come in and we can't communicate with him and we can't worship him. He is now into our world where we can come in and worship, and he can love on us, and he can bestow his power on us and his blessings as he sees fit, and have communion with us. No more the priest is going to enter with a rope tied around his neck, or around his, well, it could be around his neck, but it's probably around his waist, and be pulled out because he was unclean. God sacrificed part of himself in Jesus to make that final atonement for our sins, so that he could love on his creation once again like he did and planned on originally. So I just want you to stop and think. That veil was a momentous occasion. It replaced the old covenant with the new covenant and said, come in and be my children. So have a good day, and I love you.